introduce the life of our party. He's an actor with Breaking Bad. He's the life of our party. He has the show After Party. Stephen Michael Quezada. You can introduce Eric. Thank you for being
here. They asked me to come in and talk about Eric, and I said, I'd love to do that. That's my favorite thing to do. For those of you who don't know, I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Because I'm Breaking Bad doesn't mean I'm from LA. Well, I kind of am. That's lower Albuquerque. So I guess that makes me a Democrat, huh? But me and Eric go back a long ways, and so what's important to me and what I wanted to relay to you today is why I'm supporting Eric. And because what's important to me is the film industry here in New Mexico and arts for our children. I believe that art is a way to change children's lives. My big passion is children. Eric also has a big passion for children. Even before we had children of our own, we've been helping children since I can remember. I worked for YDI, and I started back on YDI in the 80s doing gang intervention because I grew up in those neighborhoods, and it was important for me to change those kids' lives and to give them opportunities. And so later on, I had the pleasure of meeting Eric as a comedian. And for those of you who know Eric well, you know he was a stand-up comic, and that we met on the road in Santa Fe. And that's when we and that was, again, late 80s. And we started talking about what was important to me, what was important to him. And to make a long story short, we find ourselves here still doing the same thing. Only I'm still in the entertainment industry, and he kind of is. And so what's important to me is jobs, and jobs in the entertainment industry. Unfortunately, we've lost a lot of jobs in this last, not even a year yet. And so my father fought in World War II, Korea, and 2 terms of Vietnam. My father fought for my freedom and for me to make choices and for me to be able to do what I want to do with my life. And I want my kids to have that same opportunity in the state that I love more than anything. And so what that means is, because we lose something doesn't mean it's gone forever. It means we need to fight for it, right? And anything worth anything, you have to put up a fight for it, right? If we want to be an American, well, guess what? We got to fight. And if we want to be in this industry, well, guess what? We got to fight. We want to help children. It seems like something easy to do, but it's not. Guess what? We have to fight. And we need people to help us fight this fight. And that means numbers, right? Eric can only do so much by himself. He's the light that we are going to feed so we can get things done. But we have to make sure that the next event has twice as many of these people. And we keep doubling and keep tripling, and we keep talking to the people about what Eric is and who he is, because we know what he stands for, and he stands for change. And we need him in D.C. now, because he's be able to fight for us up there, because it's going to have to happen right here on the ground roots. Another person that I have the same respect for really quickly, Senator, is Representative Momaestas also. They both believe in the same thing about kids. And so every time I have an issue about kids, I turn to these guys. These guys are probably sick of getting emails from me, because I'm always finding injustices that are happening for the kids that are happening around here, or how we get money for these programs. And, his job, and I think it's going to be your former job, has to do with children. And so we're still doing the same thing. So it's important to me to support that. And it's important to you to help me support that. And it's important for all of us to keep gaining the numbers so we can get Senator Griego to the next level. It is my pleasure right now to introduce my good friend and somebody that I have a lot of respect for, Senator Eric Griego.